slept with underage children. What's wrong with that? And the guy said, did you just really ask that question? And he's like, no, genuinely. If he did, what's wrong with that? And I was like, you gotta be shitting me. You can't be real. Like that's skewed logic. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show you, bro, like the type of shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? The type of shit that they condone. Like they condone PDF file. You know, like that shit is wild. It's crazy. You shared that video? Yeah, man. That shit was wild, bro. Like the logic these people have, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. Yep. Yeah, if you look at federal crime stats, you know, you'll see who the individuals, the number one proprietor of those types of criminal offenses are. People that look like this guy right here. Yep. It's wild. But, you know, what can you do, man? We're under occupation here in the U.S. and their people are here in the millions, and, you know, they're not reproducing anymore, so that's a good thing. Because, man, if we really look at the individuals who've started most of the world wars and, you know, all of the stuff that has been going on with colonialism and how they fled Europe because of everything they put their own lands and, you know, they put their stuff through and stuff like that. Like, man, these people are troubled and are trouble. They justify unalivings, they justify kidnappings, abductions, and they justify just about anything as long as it suits their benefit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, bro. These people are crazy. But, you know, something that we have to deal with, I guess, unfortunately, you know. We got goofies like that over there. Thanks for asking people to tap the screen. Appreciate that. It's almost 6 o'clock, y'all. Let's see what the message they try to come and tell us right now in a little bit. They usually come at 5:45. Tell us we got to leave. If not, we're going to go, you know, get arrested or whatever. We'll see. It's all good. You don't need to send gifts. I'm not a grifter. You see, I usually start out the live with 100 gifts. It's coins, 100 coins. It ain't nothing really. It's just to, you know, get us in the algorithm. Share the live with people and stuff like that. You know, get it out there. That's it. Spread awareness. You know. You can't really see them anymore, but earlier I was just like talking about like the know your right stuff, you know, taking action with you know, putting the QR code out there about the Broadview ordinance that we're defying. This one right here, you might be able to see it. This lighter. There you go. Stuff like that, you know. Oh, he got cold. He's putting his coat on. Damn polar bears. Thanks for that. These little things are lifesavers, y'all. These little things right here, lifesavers. They feel so good. No, I'm in Illinois. I'm right here at Broadview ICE Detention Center outside. We got till 6 o'clock, and then, the dogs will move in and start barking at us and then tell us to leave or they'll arrest us. Yeah, the Eagle guy left. He was probably cold. I feel for him. It's cold. It's cold out here, and he definitely was underdressed for the occasion. He definitely was underdressed for the occasion. That dude, it's crazy. We have protested past 6 p.m. I mean, there's been times when I have left and then I'll tune into somebody else's live. Like the other night, what was it? Friday night? Was it Friday night? Yeah, Friday night. They got a little abusive with the protesters. I don't think anybody went to jail, but people still stayed out here. It's a clear violation of our constitutional rights. We have the right to assemble, and federal law trumps any ordinance about protesting. They made this a designated protest area. Across the street over there, a protest area. So, I don't know what they expect or want, but it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. I don't agree with it, and everybody else out here who stands in solidarity with our people that are in that building being detained, and they were abducted and kidnapped and all the other stuff that the U.S. government does. We're just out here to defy, resist, spread awareness, civically engage everyone. Even those of you guys who are sitting at home watching this live, I think it's important for you all to be here and, show support and block the MAGA haters who come in here, or even address them, who's... What was that? Are they... Dennis? Are you? I think your people are the first people who created that term. So your people are people who belong on this side of the ocean are not. You are. You definitely are. Your people are not from this Western Hemisphere at all. You don't share DNA with us. We're from here. We belong here. We've been migrating up and down, north to south, south to north. We've been coming up and down all those trade routes and all the other, reasons why we came up and down. Our people been here. Yours haven't. You guys what? How long have your people been here? 100 years? 150 years? And you lay claim to this land? You haven't been here long enough. Try again. Try next time. I mean, you've exploited this country for a very long time. I think it's time for you all to go home. Why don't you go home? I mean, what's wrong with Europe? Are you from England? Are you from, Spain? Are you from France? Are you from, I don't know. Where are you from? Yeah, they do fail to see this as stolen land. They've been here too long. Maybe they need to go back to their country. Let's use their fucking talking points on them. When are you guys leaving? When will you leave and go back to, those places where your ancestors are from? Aren't you guys losing connection to your ancestral lands? We're not. We're from here. We've been here thousands of years. So, you try to lay claim to this land like it's yours because, you have an idea to create these bogus laws that you think the world should abide by. Like, no, those laws have nothing to do with us. If anything, you created them to demonize us systematically. You created those laws for your benefit, not ours. So please don't come over here talking about if anybody's illegal. You are, my friend. You are. You and yours. You're not from this hemisphere. We are. So don't come here and try to spew that BS with us, because it doesn't work. They surely should. You guys come up, man. Come up. I want you guys to come up. I want you guys to have a voice. I want you guys to come up and share your voice. And, I want you guys to tell the truth. Tell the truth about how we feel about these people being on our land. Come up here and share. Please, I welcome you guys up here to come up here and share and tell them how you feel and tell them how they're wrong and tell them their dirty little secrets that they think are secrets, but they're not, when we are enlightened by the facts. So if you guys want to come up, request up, I'll definitely, here, let's do this. Boom, there you go. Boxes. Let's get it. Anybody want to come up? Even those who oppose us, come up here. Let's have a debate. Tell us the reason why you want us out of here, or why you think you belong here, and we'll fucking rebuttal. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's go. Tishy. What's up, Tishy? What do you got to say? We can't hear you if you're talking. I can't hear you.
Oh my goodness.
You requested up on accident? It's all right.
Yeah, but no, now that I'm here, let's go for it.
Come on with it.
What am I doing? Let me see. You're connected using audio only. Okay, let's.
We can hear you. You're good. We can hear you just fine. Did anybody else request up here? Boom. Hey.
Moa.
We can hear you, Tishy. Come on with it.
Okay, all you MAGAs that don't understand what life is like in the United States, when you came here, we were here first. Get out of town. Go with your white prejudiced Trump. He's a piece of shit.
Tell him, sister.
And so are all you MAGAs that follow him.
That's right.
I'll leave it up to the other person that's on there.
That's our sister,
All you kettle lovers. Kettle lovers.
Imagine you're on a tour and this cat is.
All right, Miguel. I don't know. He left.
All you MAGAs say that you don't like people who are predators and everything. Why do you have him? Why do you support him in our White House? He molested kids. You don't like women's rights? You're women. Stand up for our rights.
Right.
Do what you have to do. Don't let them beat. Protect America. Protect the people that are here. They have been here for ages. They have no business being deported. The only one that has to be deported is the White House MAGAs. Trump has to be locked up, imprisoned, ASAP. Work on that to save America. Save America forever. Get this piece of shit out of our White House. That's all I can say.
What's up, y'all? Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that.
We need to tenderize this meat a little bit.
Who's this up here? Muslim, Latina.
Hello, how are you?
Hola, hola. Welcome.
Hola, hola. Yes, I'm not indigenous from here, but my people came over from Spain, a long time ago, and I'm thankful to be in this country. And it's bad and wrong what they're doing now. And I know you said people that are like born here and everything, that are from here, the indigenous people, but the thing is I'm thankful that we have the Constitution and they are not following the Constitution, this regime. And I don't know what the problem is that these whitey people have. The mentality is totally inappropriate. They have no culture, no nothing, and they're just miserable souls. And we're trying to fight to get the MAGA out of there, and then get the MAGA, to look. If they don't want free healthcare, don't get it. Leave us alone. If they don't want gay people, leave them alone. They don't want, supposedly they say the N-words here, shut up and leave them alone. Go live your own life in the woods like they are and leave everybody alone. We're not bothering anybody. This is my point. They have a choice and they are choosing not to take their own choice, but they're miserable cusses and they want everybody to be miserable. And the human rights violation is totally inappropriate. And I don't even know half of it because I haven't been here for forever, but I don't approve of what's going on in the government, and we're trying to change everything, and it's crazy. That's all I know. And it's inappropriate and it's against humanity, and they need to stop. Go to the woods, be happy in your little woods with yourself and your inbred self and your pedophile, whatever. And, in this women's right thing, I don't play that. Women's rights are rights for women and from everybody. And if they don't like it, go in the woods, take away your own women's rights, let your own man and your stupid men rule you and do whatever they do to you, and be happy over there by yourselves and leave us alone. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to come up? You guys are more than welcome to come up, share your voice. One of the things that I've, noticed is this. One of the things that I live with is the fact that, they're here, right? They are here, and, it's not like we're asking them to leave, right? I'm just using their same rhetoric on them, right? Like, be decent people, be loving people, right? If you're for America, right? If you say, hey man, like America first, right? And you demonize people that we consider quote unquote immigrants, right? Like why? Why do you do that? Why do they do that when they are the first immigrants? They are the first immigrants. They don't remember they left Europe to come here, and without this land, they would be homeless. Where would they go? Where would they be? And they've basically went all over the world, right? They've been to other places that we know, right? Like they're in Central America, they're in South America, they're in the Caribbean, they're in Africa, and all over, right? They're even in parts of Asia, right? And the thing is this system, this white supremacy system that they have installed here in the U.S. doesn't work. Doesn't work for them. It doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for anybody. Because when you think about it, they don't have an issue when they're sending billions of dollars in foreign aid to Israel, to Ukraine, to other parts of like different European countries, and even places like Argentina, right? And we all know Argentina is mostly a European country at this point, you know what I mean? Even though it's in quote unquote Latin America, we've all seen what Argentina has done to its indigenous people, So, this logic that, hey man, you can't be in our country. This is our country. Like, how the fuck is this your country when your ancestors are not from these lands? They're really not. You guys are visitors here. You know, so it behooves me that they don't have any issues, right? About, you know, them giving all this money to the countries that I just mentioned a little earlier, right? But they're quick to demonize quote unquote immigrants. And that shit doesn't make sense to me. Because what? You know, immigrants, they, you know, add to our GDP, right? They you know, they add to our social security, and they don't reap the benefits of social security at all. You know what I mean? So they're actually helping our economy, and they demonize us. And it's like, yo, like, I'm not cool with that shit. I'm not, you know, and
And they come with the freeloader of the immigrants, and that's not true. Less than 1% of people abuse the system. You know how much? That's nothing.
that's
And the
nothing.
thing is we are paying for the Zios, medical, school, pleasure, vacation, education. They can get all the stuff that we can't. And
Everything.
I'm tired of my money and the hard workers that the immigrants that pay taxes and don't get a benefit for how many years till they become a citizen, okay? And they still pay in, don't even complain. And these whitey mentality people, MAGAs, you know, that everybody's freeloading here. You want to send money to peddlers and murderers? Come on. Oh,
I'm gonna mute you, Sister Ample. She's at ceremony right now.
okay.
It sounds like she's at ceremony. Yeah, she does ceremony often. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey! Yeah, I totally recognize that roof from that priest that they domed in the head.
Yeah.
That's the behavior right there that we're talking about. That's just one, you know, the list of reasons that USA is protesting against ICE. That's just one reason. I mean, the list is too long. Like, for example, the conflict of interest relating to the way they get paid. So they get the bonuses, right? So the way they set up ICE, they set them up in a way that literally they don't even have to follow due process.
Exactly.
And that's why they started the massive protests down in LA. And, you know, they threw out the rhetoric, you know, Noam and Trump and whoever else started the rhetoric about, and the propaganda, the narrative that there were literally riots happening in LA, which was completely false.
Yeah.
It was only happening there in front of the federal building, and that one particular day, things did get out of hand, and they did set those the electric cars on fire that were corporately owned. They were unmanned, you know, driverless vehicles. So that was the one day that things got a little out of hand, but it was no riot. So, but on top of all of that, if you look at the numbers, I can't remember which year it was. I think it was 2023, because, you know, they don't have the numbers like for 2024 yet. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that, but the numbers for the people that become citizens or that are allowed to go into the program, and I don't know the language, and I don't know what IB something. I don't know what the numbers are or
Right.
what those categories are. But it was like 14% of the total amount of population of the United States. Okay, so we're only allowed on an international scale. Every country agrees that they'll allow 7% of the total amount of the population in the country to become citizens.
Right.
Well, we did 14% in, I think it's 2023. So we doubled that number.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone wants to live in the United States. You know, we are the best place to live for 1,000 reasons, right? There's a million reasons why, you know, everyone wants to live here.
I mean, economically, it makes sense, but I like when you consider, right, like safety and racism and, social inequality and other things. You know what I mean? Like I
Well,
mean,
I'm referring to the immigrants that are trying to get their asses in here.
right.
And
I get what you mean.
they're showing up, they're going to the courts, they're getting their documentation in order and all that. They set up their applications. They have 1 year to comply with, showing up in court or whatever, or showing residency. And the problem is that we fall short to fulfill that requirement. USA falls short. Our system is broken.
Our system is
And
definitely broken. Yes.
That's why Biden created that app. He wanted to document everybody. It was the smartest thing to do. You get their thumbprint, you get their name, where they came from. Maybe the app even had their birth certificate of their original country. I mean, he had it going on.
You actually create a path to citizenship.
Fired over 200 or maybe 300 immigration judges.
Yeah.
So not only did we already have a broken system, but he decided he was going to break it even more.
Yeah.
And then he decided he was going to give these people bonuses, and then $40,000 bonuses. It's a giant conflict of interest intentionally. And then he even says that he likes the MO, right, the motive operandi. He thinks it is the biggest attack on the United States. What he's done, he's basically attacking us from that executive branch. The fact that he destroyed the East Wing, or was it the West Wing? I can't remember which one it is.
I don't remember either, to tell you the truth.
He freaking destroyed it without having Congress approve. Oh, well, legally he can do that. Seriously? That was a historic building. We just, honestly, I feel like he has pushed the limits so far out that I'm not even sure what he's going to do next.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in South Florida. I'm from San Francisco. And I moved here around 8 years ago. I lived here before, but I didn't really know what the gig was down here. And it doesn't get more racial than Florida. This place is toxic.
Yep.
They had the Latinos thinking que Kamala Harris era una comunista. I mean, it is mind-boggling. The way they treat the Latinos.
I mean, I didn't like Kamala, to tell you the truth. Like and I think the majority of politicians take money from APAC. So once you see that,
Sí, but if you're going to compare her to a PDF, you're going to choose a PDF. No, we didn't choose a
not at all.
PDF. We voted for her ass.
But you know what's crazy? Like, just thinking about American politics, right? And thinking about, like, we have to vote for the lesser of two evils all the time, which I think it's like, it's fucked up. It's really terrible.
Fucked up.
It's really terrible.
And then now, as it relates to the immigrants, like, for example, there's a couple of immigrants that I follow that I don't even know if they have work. I'm sure they have work visas because they're on TikTok lives.
Yeah.
And they're talking about how much money they make there in California, in several farms. And dude was packing green beans the other day, and he could pack one whole box of green beans in, like, I want to say 5 minutes, and it's $40 a box.
Yeah.
And he only works 4 hours.
Yeah.
And when you look in the back, you see, I don't know, 10 other people stacking these. Each one is $40, and it's a big box too. These aren't small boxes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. And he's making. Okay, that's the argument. Oh well, that's slave labor. Bullshit. That man has a state-of-the-art truck. That man That man's probably feeding the entire town back in Mexico. So
Yeah.
don't tell us that it's slave labor. That's bullshit.
Well, the ethical. Well,
If I
some of
want
those.
an artichoke, I would pay $3 for
Well,
one.
there's been
And
instances
that only
though.
takes them maybe one
There's
second
been
to get it.
instances where farmers have done some unethical things, right? I do
Not in
think that.
California.
Yeah,
No.
I know there's places all over. We could probably name a couple if we sat down and did the research. Where
Yeah,
I
maybe.
know that like there's been stories that we've heard on the news about unethical treatment of folks who are
Yeah, I mean, I
laborers and
remember a
stuff
long
like that. You
time
know what I
ago,
mean?
like around 10 years ago, they weren't giving them breaks, this, that, and the third thing, but things have changed a lot.
Yeah. Well,
In
I do think
California,
that
that is.
I do think that like Americans are not going to do those jobs. Americans, unfortunately,
They can't
that
move
work
fast
right
enough.
there.
No,
Yeah, that
Americans
work
They
don't
right
can't
have
there.
hang
that.
with it.
No.
They can't
Yep.
hang with it. They already
Can't.
tried to get them. They can't hang with it.
Yeah.
And the
No, they
thing is,
can't move fast enough.
no,
They don't have the attitude for it.
nope,
And,
lazy.
there was one guy I saw, he was packing carrots in the middle of the night, and he was making, he said he only worked for like 4 hours, it's $200 in
Yeah.
4 hours. So, Americans, these bigots, run around with their bullshit. And what we're seeing through ICE and those assholes, they're hurting our children there in Chicago. They went into that building, the military style formation at 3 a.m., dragging little kids out of bed that are American citizens, or maybe even not American citizens, either way. And then over here in Florida, they,
Some on the steak in it, some on the chicken in it, some on the beef in it. Hey, man, she was good. They like it. Hey, this. You see what this man said about the round nine? Yeah. Oh, just hell look. Rabbi been grinding 8 years. No pumpkin pie, sweet potato. No, he said it's 10 minutes to the exact quarter. He said it's a big old 10 minutes. So he said, yeah, y'all gotta get it out here.
Oh, we're good. We're in the protest zone at the ICE processing center in Broadview. We're protesting what's going on with what ICE is doing in our neighborhoods, kidnapping people, terrorizing the community.